been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Auburn's offense will go to work first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you've got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred. Because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
They're testing the right side here. Runs through a tackle. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 7.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking downfield, it's Beal. Right down the middle. Finds a man on the left. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. The inside handoff. Hammers his way across the 10, picks up 4 to the 11. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
And no surprise, this offense has their foot on the pedal, trying to take advantage of a defense that struggled in their last game. Obviously, they lost that one, but nice play early, swatting that ball away. That should help this defense's confidence.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
What we saw earlier in the game, after not getting it on third, going for it on fourth down and having success, so you got to wonder, after that incompletion, are they going to try that again and stay aggressive here on fourth?
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He's got him this time. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Oh, he makes the catch.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on the line, it's really nice to help.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Got his man in the middle. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33. Lost the fire on second down. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to run it. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got his man in the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the red zone, looking for a space. Makes the grab. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Florida! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So here comes the Auburn offense. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Got his man downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Gets it out fast. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That's caught. It's Murphy. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. They'll try to find a more productive play this time on 2nd and long from the 14. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. Makes the grab. A couple of guys there to get him on the ground. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Gators will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. This offense has it with really good field position. Off the play fake on 1st down. Caught. Hard running there. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Tigers looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Great protection, and down the middle it goes. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring break.
frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Thanks for grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Unloads to the right. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback, using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Catch in the middle. It's Jeffrey. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try the run. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Between the uprights, it's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off play action. Here comes the heat. Another incompletion on third down. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They closed the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity. Oh, he's got some space. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. Makes the grab down the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. using the quick game. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Grabs it in the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a foot.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Makes the grab. It's Murphy. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Tigers will hustle to the line. From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. To the ground, he's got it again. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the ground with the back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back gets to give. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run play action. Completes the shuffle pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Takes the easy one to the back. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. He's got it. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this.
Turning it on! He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
He lobs one high down the left side. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a fourth down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive. QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that fourth down.
Right on the money. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a man. It's Beal. Short gain on the play before he slides. Auburn to the line in a hurry. From the gun on third down. Pocket breaking down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's complete to the right. He will not get it. A fourth down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Unloads it left. Got him downfield. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Might be changing the route. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. Makes the grab deep. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Third and goal where you separate the wheat from the chaff. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown Gators! And the stomping has commenced. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Going right to work up top. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. Working the middle. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's first and 10 from the 40. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Behind the chains now on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. On fourth down, looking for the completion. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. He'll set up to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion, and now we have a 2-possession game. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are Great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And
going downfield for the big play. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Going deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the fourth quarter. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in. All
It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Sooners will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. Let's talk for just a second about TCU. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season.
There he goes. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
And it's plays like that that galvanize a home crowd. Just listen to this place right now. It was an awesome job on the scramble, getting what he could get, breaking free, and creating an explosive play. But this is where the home field advantage really kicks in. You get this crowd and this volume rocking, man, they are hard to beat at home when they sound like that.
They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. They'll leave it with him. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line. The Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Caught behind the line. It's Palmer. That will be enough to move the chains and give him a first down in the red zone at the 14.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on 1st down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, as you saw right there.
And the Horned Frogs are rolling down the field. The lone back's got it. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
The Horned Frogs trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. handoff to the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU!
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punch him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Caught over the middle. It's Bond. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but man, this senior took one right in the mustache as he fired the completion.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up, because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They want to throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He'll heave it deep. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. On the run, it's Palmer. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. What a run. Takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line before he's forced out.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hard.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, the clock has hit zeros. Here's a look at the big moment from that battle in the Pac-12. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. Pac-12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Washington. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Snags it down the right side. Touchdown, Sooners! A grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll go to the ground. He picks up maybe a couple before he stops right at the 30-yard line.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on 2nd down. Fires left. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
Breaks into the open. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets into the 30.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And the Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. Running back searching for the hole.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls it and fires to the left. On the Houdini-like moves, get it to the 22. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Got it looking for a 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The give to the back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
The hand to the running back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
And the Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Third and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand.
Easy.
On the option. He'll keep it himself. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, TCU.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the big fella. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Complete to the right. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly.
Looking for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Horned Frogs will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And the Sooners in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Unloads to the wideout. The short hands, it's Thomas. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback adapted. Got out of trouble and throws. Pulls it in. It's Bond. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's impressive. I'll tell you, the quarterback, of course, he's left-handed, but that time he's rolling to his right. So it's not easy to be accurate throwing when you're running that way, but nice throw to get that completion.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Across the 25, he's got room. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Their lead is gone and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play-action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football into.
Looking downfield on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Oh, he's got a chance. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers block. You know, I know you don't say that very often. Most of the time they want to run out, you know, get the glory, catch the ball, but they got to do a good job of blocking. When you toss it on the perimeter, those guys are pivotal for this play to have success. Really good job blocking on the perimeter.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down.
Here we go.
The give to the fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Brings up 2nd down.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lewis. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Finds his tight end. There he goes. Touchdown, Hard-Rock. And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there in that touchdown catch.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch, it's Thomas. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. And the Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical.
Turning it on! Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. The Sooners are marching down the field. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
The Sooners have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Terry. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Wants to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Terry. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
He's got his man.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating the ball down the field.
Timeout, TCU.
They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Washington. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They get to him as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you've got to score, you've got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost them.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get pats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have two hands on it this drive.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They'll go to the toss. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Spits it out to the back. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. And the Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And the returner is stopped. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Under a minute to go, just take a knee here and avoid the potential for disaster.
And we've seen it, Reese, very recently.
Let's go! 691! Hey! Cobra! Ready! Lasso! 42 Spider! Freedom! Freedom! High! 29 Philly! High! Slab! Moves! Go! Spider! Here we go! Ready, ready! Get set! Get set! Ready! Come on, set! Razor! Razor!